Hi, it's me again with Corel Tips and Tricks. Somebody's trying to draw something like this with the drop shadow tool to have like double layers of text, and they're trying to do it after they put it in the perspective tool. And I would find it a lot easier. So I've typed out 5 letters or 5 words, and I'm going to change that to lasers with an S. Anyway, and I've got them all broken apart. So we need to draw this cube first. So what we're going to do, it doesn't really matter what size, I didn't grab it all. I'm going to get the 6-sided polygon tool, holding down the control button to make a perfect one. I'm going to hit P, it doesn't really matter. I'm going to take a 2-point line and I'm going to go from the center outward and the center outward and the node to the center. Now, don't really have to do it right now, but we're going to change our nudge factor to like 8 inches. And we're going to smart fill that and go up, that one and go down, and that one and go down and over. So now we can take this one, hold down the shift key, take that one, and put left click, right click, and then we got an outline. We can actually group them together for a second, and we can do them all at one time with the contour tool. We're going to contour to the inside 0.03. Now, a lot of times you'd have to break the contour apart, but we got the Smart Fill tool. So we'll just use the Smart Fill tool to fill in our new contour. I'm just going to move them around a little bit. So that's our new contour. We can get rid of that group of contours. And now I can, it's smaller, so I can left click, right click, left click, right click. And then we can move them back into position. And you can see they're smaller than the box. That's going to give us some reference to where we put our words. Now, you do not have to turn the words at any particular angle. And I think the perspective tool started in Corel 2018. So then grab that word, go up to object, go down to perspective, add perspective. And if you will just grab the corners, I got to go back. Grab the corners and take that node and put it right to that node. That node to that node. That node to that node. But what I failed to do, and that was really what the video was about, they wanted kind of like a shadow. So we're going to put it back to where it was. And we're not going to add a shadow. We're just going to add, well, we're going to kind of add a shadow, but a different way. We're going to change our nudge factor to like 0.02. And let's see if that's too much. Yeah, that's good. So now what I'm going to do is Control D and make a duplicate, go down with the arrow key and over with the arrow key. And then I'm going to make that one a gray. But I actually want it behind, so I'm going to go to Object, Order, Back a Page. So now we got a little bit of a shadow effect, and go Control D, down and over. And this time I'm going to pick the black one, hopefully, and make it like that so I don't have to put an order. These are grouped together. You know what, I'm going to make them even. I should have done it. I'm going to ungroup them. And I'm going to hit E on the key. I'm going to hit C on the keyboard, and it made them equal. Control G to group them. Control D to duplicate it, and then nudge it down and over. If you could grab the first one, that should be on back, you can make it gray. So now, all we have to do is bring these in, and they're not grouped together, so we need to group them together. Control G, Control G. What that does, that groups all the copies together. I actually made a duplicate, and I don't want a duplicate. Take a laser, and you don't have to turn it. The perspective tool will kind of do that. So go Object, Add Perspective, and grab that top node, put it in that corner. And it doesn't matter what order you do it in. See how messed up it looks, but when you do this, it's going to look pretty cool. Then we're going to grab the epilogue and put it here. We're going to go in. I must have made a duplicate of it, or I did not group the epilogue together. Control G. Put epilogue there, go ahead and put Corel there. And do the exact same thing. Perspective. Grab that top node, put it there. And that's why I contoured, because I didn't want the word all the way to the edge of the box. I wanted it, and see, the contour is going to make it a lot easier. Grab our word. Go down to perspective, add perspective. Once again, it doesn't really matter which way you do it. And then and I missed that one. On the other one, I put like a yellow background. So what you have, well, see what I did? It doesn't matter. I didn't put the shadow there. I don't think you could put the shadow now as good. Nope. It'd be so much better, and I'm just going to leave that alone. Now I'm going to nudge that out of the way. Whoop. I changed my nudge factor. Make it like 6 inches. Nudge that Corel out. Well, that's good because I need to get rid of it anyway, so I'm going to delete that. Nudge the Corel out of the way. Nudge the epilogue. Well, that's good. Nudge that down and out of the way. Nudge that over, and that's good because we can delete it. Because what we're going to do, we're going to color, and that has to be all the way out of the way. So now we're going to take the Smart Fill tool. We're going to use a lighter yellow, and we're going to Smart Fill that. I want the top a little bit darker. So I'm going to grab the top, hold down the control button, and hit a few clicks of black, or one really. Then we can nudge that back over. It's behind, so we need to go to order front of page. Nudge that one up, order. And I could have selected the whole box and put it at the back of the page. Would have probably saved me a few keystrokes. But there you have it. Now, if I would have done the epilogue one right, it would have worked. Now we can grab our box and put a black outline around it. I could have selected the whole thing and done it. I'm just left clicking. But that looks pretty cool. And you could always go back and say, well, I don't like that darkness. Hold down the control button and add a little yellow to it. So it's a little bit like a golden, put a little red in it, whatever you want to do, put a little blue in it, make it a brown. But that's how I would do it. Hope that helped them a little bit. Thank you for watching.